Tell me how you're feeling right now. What's going through your head?
Going through my head right now, it's sad to say that I'm back in this situation. Being racially profiled as a black man, me trying to get out of a situation that you really can't get out of.
Right, and I met your mom, and I've gone through all the court docs. Basically, each step of the way, you did what you were instructed to do, and yet here you are again, still basically fighting for your freedom.
Exactly. Just being a black man to the system, being a rookie to the system, it says a lot. I get stopped telling the cops that I basically, the reason why I did my maneuver is because I'm looking at my GPS and them still not believing what I'm saying and still pulling me out and basically going through their how should I say it, going through their quote unquote, the word I'm looking for.
Procedure, maybe. Yeah, procedures. You were trying to follow their procedures,
Trying to follow procedures, because I know if I act disrespectful, it's just going all downhill for me.
Right.
So
and your mom taught you better anyway. I met your mother.
Of course.
Love that woman.
Yeah.
How did it feel to see your sister in handcuffs when all she was doing was concerning herself with what was happening to you when you were surrounded by cops?
You know what? I felt hopeless because I am the man of my family. The only man in my family. My mom raised me to be the man I am today. So when I felt like I was in handcuffs, I felt like I couldn't do anything, to help her.
And how did it feel to lose your job over this? You had a job for 4.5 years, and because of all this, all the system stuff you've been going through, you actually ended up losing your job.
Because I have a 1.5-year-old son. So when I lost my job, I felt like I couldn't provide for my family at the time. My mom raised me to hold a big chunk of the plate.
Right.
So when I lost my job, I felt like I didn't have that no more.
And let me ask you something else. You've seen basically all the documents your mom's been pulling. You were asked if you had tattoos. You were the first incident. You were actually in your car, not driving, sleeping after being 21 and at a bar. Who does that? Who goes to a bar at 21 and actually decides to have a few drinks? But rather than drive, as most 21-year-olds might do, you actually decided to stay in your car, sleep it off till you were safe, and then you end up with some kind of quasi-DUI. What the heck?
That was crazy. That was really a crazy scene for me because I thought I was doing the right thing. So
sure, because you weren't driving.
I wasn't driving.
You were safe.
And I felt like I was anybody else, they would have cut some slack because basically they just said they said the hood was hot, but I've been sleeping here for over 1.5 hours, so how is my hood hot?
Well, I do believe that we've heard some I've been in touch with homeless activists in Venice Beach, and they say that it's been tough times right now. They don't even have bathroom privileges right now in the middle of the night, which is creating such safety hazards. So I'm guessing that there's been a few people rousted in their cars, and you happen to be one of them.
Yes.
And the next time, again, if you were to say, okay, G Diamond, what could I have done differently? What it would have been? What is your responsibility in it?
My responsibility, what I could have been, I wish I wasn't in that situation, basically. I wish me being young, me knowing the system, I probably would have stayed in my car, or even just knowing the system. Basically, if I knew I had to take my keys out and throw them in the back seat, I would have did just that.
Who knows that? Nobody knows that. Nobody's taught that in class. Nobody says, hey, if you get too drunk and you don't want to drive, but you are in your car, throw the keys in the back seat so cops don't give you any, what was it, wet and reckless it got reduced to?
Yes.
The whole thing is so nuts, G Diamond. Now, what do you want to say to Wycliffe Jean, who just went through a similar experience as yours?
You know what I want to say? Basically, that I'm not gonna say that because I'm not gonna say that we're being out to get, but we are being racially profiled, and him being Wycliffe, and that he's a black man in America.